Good afternoon. My name is Christina Lott, and this is my project for my group dynamics class for HSCO 511. Talking about how I effectively led my group that I held on the 27th, which was last week, last week. So the meeting took place in a local area, April 27th. It took place actually around 2 o'clock. The setup was like a round table type of setup. Um, there was eight women, all different diversities, different ethnicities, different ages. The youngest age was 18. The oldest age was about 33 years old. Um, Two of the ladies I was friends with previously. There was a co-leader present. Nature and purpose of the meeting again was to talk to the young ladies about self-esteem, self-awareness, um, self-image issues in adulthood, early adulthood, and how they navigate those and those issues. Um, this was the first time. This was a brand new group. We had never met before. So this was our first time meeting. So the progression of the group was a little bit interesting. So when the ladies first got there, we did an icebreaker called Two Truths and a Lie, which is where I gave each of the ladies a piece of paper and an ink pen, and I told them to write down two truths and one lie, and not in any specific order. And so the other ladies would have to guess which was truthful and which was the lie. And it was an icebreaker so we can all get to know each other better um, and kind of break the tension and the ice around the room since we all never met before. Um, and the ladies actually responded very well to this activity. They were having fun guessing which were truthful, which were lies. It actually got quite comical in some senses, in some areas of it. So the group was level of engagement was very engaged from the icebreaker from beginning to end of this particular activity, and even throughout the whole group session, they were very engaged and very they participated very well with our topic for this group meeting. So the leadership style for this group, I definitely took a group leadership directed approach versus a group directed approach. So I was very blunt. I was very just part of the group as a whole, very directorial with the group. That I think really helped the ladies kind of get on topic and really, really listen to what I was saying. And we can all listen to what was being said. So my self assessment for this group was my facilitation. There are some things I did great at that I was even surprised at myself I did great at, and there are some things that definitely I could work on going forward in the future, especially as I lead more groups and facilitate more groups. I definitely need to work on my wrap up. Definitely to work on my wrap up and how to effectively wrap up a group. I did have some issues toward the end wrapping up. I do believe I wrapped up probably too late in the group session, and I tried to cram everything together, and that wasn't really helpful to the ladies. So I need to work on that a little bit. Also, I need to work on keeping the focus on the actual topic. I think a couple of times in the group, we kind of deviated from other topics. So I need to work on keeping the focus on the actual topic that we're talking about. I do think that some things I did very well was I was very empathetic. I had great use of eye contact, which surprised me because in a previous discussion board, I noticed I wrote that I would have issues with using eye contact since I'm very introverted by nature, and I surprised myself how I was able to hold contact with these ladies, even the ones I didn't know, which was very surprising to me. So I do think The use of my eyes, I did well in. The use of my voice, I think I also did well in using my voice, using my tone to kind of keep control over the room, not let ladies go too far off on a tangent. I think I did very, very well. Some things I could have handled differently. I do think that there were times that the ladies um, went off on another subject entirely, and I waited a little bit too late to bring them back because I was a little bit nervous of how they would react, especially since two of the ladies I was friends with. So I definitely could have handled that a little bit differently. So, in conclusion, I do think that the highlights of this experience were surprisingly very, very helpful for me. I actually surprised myself at how good of a time I had actually facilitating a group. I didn't expect to like it. I actually was dreading doing this assignment. I really didn't want to do it. My most important takeaways from this was that I can be an effective group leader with a little bit more practice, um, a little bit more training. I do think that's important. I think it's so important how we use our tone and our eyes to convey what we're feeling. So in the future, I will kind of work with what I've learned here, like using my eyes, using my voice, wrap up. I will definitely keep working on that toward future group facilitation. I definitely do need to enhance working on, of course, like I said, wrap up earlier and work on keeping the focus on the topic and not letting it deviate too far. Um, so my concluding thought would be, it's going to be a scripture where I say I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Thank you so much.